Hello, FutureMakers. Welcome to TeacherPreneur. You can have it all. You just can't have it all at once. As a working mother, हमें सब कुछ चाहिए. हमें काम में भी बेस्ट होना है, हमें बेस्ट मॉम बनना है, बेस्ट वाइफ बनना है, और ये सब करते करते कहीं ना कहीं हम खुद को भूल जाते हैं. मैं भी आप ही की तरह एक टॉडलर की मॉम हूँ. Even I am a working mother just like you. My son is 2 years old and I am a full-time content creator. I'm pursuing my PhD. I am a phonics teacher trainer and above all, I am a wife and a human being. ये सारे रोल्स निभाते निभाते मैं भी कभी कभी थक जाती हूँ. But over the years, I've come to peace with all of these roles and within myself. Today's video is divided into 3 sections. Tips for what you should change at your workplace, tips for what you should change at your home, and lastly, what you should change within yourself. The video might be a bit long, but I think you must grab your coffee and sit along. Let's get started. First of all, let's start with what changes we need to make at our work end. What has happened is our priorities have now changed. There is an individual child who's constantly and continuously dependent on us for small things. And trust me, you are the only provider that the child has. So please do not overcome it and learn to say no. You need to set boundaries also. Things have changed. You have become a mother now. You are no longer an individual who's just responsible for your own self. So you need to learn to set boundaries, have specific work hours, and be present at work when you're doing that. Make sure you take only that amount of food on your plate that you can eat. Always plan your work beforehand. You should know that what things you're going to face in that particular week. If you know about a week, in case you might not be active on one day, you will be able to balance overall for the whole week. Things are not same like before, where you can take up any opportunity that comes your way and quickly go for it. Mentally also, you can't be as creative as you were before because you have to accept that your life has completely changed. One tip that I would definitely like to give you is use technology wherever possible to get work done. For example, you could block your calendar. If you block your calendar using Google Calendar, you will know exactly what you are doing at one particular time, and hence you'll be able to focus more. I would also like to ask you to be vocal about your priorities. Go to your boss, go to your manager, and be vocal that now I am a mother. My abilities and skill set has not changed, but my priorities in life have been changed a bit. Things are understandable and manageable. Always remember that you are replaceable at your work, but you are irreplaceable at your home. Your boss can have another employee if you are not there, but your child cannot have another mother if you are not available. Which also brings me to next point, that find a job that you love and suits your schedule. Before becoming a mother, I was a teacher. I used to work as home tutors and I had contracts with 5 different classes in my city. Once I became pregnant, I started planning my thing in such a way that my child would be my priority. All my months of pregnancy, I have planned my work in such a way that I took it part time only. I still teach, I'm still connected to my profession, but not completely be there just like I used to be before becoming pregnant. So make sure you understand that ये सिर्फ कुछ सालों की बात है. Once your child goes back to school, you can go back to your profession. Nothing really changes. It's just the confidence within you that does not allow you to go. For that, you need to keep your conscience clear that ये ब्रेक मैंने कुछ टाइम के लिए लिया है क्योंकि मेरे बच्चे को मेरी जरूरत है. मैं बदली नहीं हूँ, मैं जमाने से पीछे नहीं हटी हूँ. मैं इनफैक्ट अब जमाने में एक और ताकत के साथ आने वाली हूँ. पहले my motive to work was just money or being there in my profession to outdo my peers, but now I'm working so that I set a good example for my child. For 2 to 3 years, you could have lesser on your plate. You can't be the best employee of the organization, but you could still keep going just so that your confidence within you does not shatter. The next thing that I would like to tell you is pause and evaluate. देखो कि आपका जो काम है वो आपकी जिंदगी में कितना मेल खाता है। आपकी इस नई जिंदगी के साथ आपके काम में आप क्या क्या बैलेंस कर पा रहे हो और क्या आप नहीं कर पा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई नेवर हैड राइटर्स एंड एडिटर्स एंड SMMs join my team before I became a mother. I used to wear all the hats and do best in that. But then I started hiring people for my help. मैंने देखा कि कौन सी चीज है जो मैं मैनेज कर पा रही हूँ और कौन सी चीज में हेल्प लेने से वो ज्यादा जल्दी होंगी और इफेक्टिवली होंगी। नाउ कमिंग टू what changes we need to make in our home to make it more balancing. But before I start, I want to ask you कि when we were small and our fathers used to go for work, did you have less love for your father and more love for your mother? या फिर whenever your father used to come back home from work, you used to be really excited to meet him and spend time with him? I'm sure you chose option number 2. आपको समझना है कि just because you're working mother, your child will not love you less. आपको सिर्फ इतना करना है that once you come back home from your work, you give all the time that your child requires. You need to spend quality time instead of quantity time. Your child actually does not need you 24/7. अब जितना भी टाइम उसके साथ हो, उसको इतना लव, इतना केयर और इतना अटेंशन दो कि बच्चे का कप ऑलवेज फिल्ड हो। इमोशनली व्हेन ही फील्स अटैच्ड एंड अफेक्शनेट टुवर्ड्स यू, he won't mind departing from you. My next point is to take help. You need the help of a child care or a cook or any person to divide your responsibility. Please go for it. Before I had Kian, we never had a cook at our place. But after Kian came, I understood that I can't do it all. So I had to take help for some of the other tasks. सो आई चोज टू हैव अ कुक। वैसे आप असेस कीजिए कि आपके घर में वो कौन सा काम है जो आप आउटसोर्स कर सकते हैं या किसी की हेल्प ले सकते हैं। In my group of mom friends, there are many ladies and all of them have different priorities. Some have decided to keep their child in a child care. Some have taken subscription of play areas around us. Some of them have kept cooks. Some of them have given more work to their household maid so that they can get free. And some have chosen to have nannies at their place. You could do whatever suits you and the budget. My individual choice was to spend more time with my son, and hence I only decided to give the cooking responsibility out. Otherwise, I could manage it all. Of course, this is only possible if you have support from your family. But I want to tell you, dear mom, that even after having a child, you don't raise your voice or you are not vocal about what you want. Things are never gonna change henceforth. This is your only and last chance to speak and stand up for your own self. Whatever was happening so far with you in the home, you need to bring a change because now there is another priority as well. You are the voice of you as well as for that child, and you are setting an example for him or her. I want you to speak up and take a stand for yourself. I also think you should divide responsibilities with people around you in your home. Your postpartum body is different from what it was, and hence you will not be able to do it all, or you'll feel the burnout very soon. So take turns with your spouse or divide responsibilities with someone else. Always remember to prioritize your spouse too. Your children will grow up and have a different life, but at the end of the day, you and your spouse are the only power couple that is gonna stay together till the end. You should take up family activities that are more meaningful and bonding. This is the actual time when all of them will come together to embrace and welcome the new change in the family. This is when you could do small changes and make a bigger impact in the longer run. We usually spend some time together in the living room post dinner. Of course, the child is just playing, but as a family, when we all sit together, it's a different vibe. Do give it a shot. My next tip is to not miss out on any moments with your child. Trust me, now that my child is independent, goes to school, the only regret that I have is the time that I did not spend with my child. They grow up in a jiffy. Your days may be really long, but overall your year will be very fast. All the growth spurts and child developments will take place so fast. He's now an independent and individual personality who does things on his own, and I really sometimes wonder about the time when he was with me, needed me all the time. I really miss that phase. So trust me, mothers, you don't want to miss out on those precious moments because you never know if you're going to relive them again, ever. Or you could use a baby carrier and keep him near you so that he feels loved and connected to you. And by the time your hands are free, you can get work done. My next tip is to involve your kids in whatever you do. Accept it or not, your child will always be a part of whatever you do. तो आप ही क्यों सामने से उसको नहीं इन्वॉल्व कर लेते in what you're doing? इस तरह से your child will feel connected, respected and valued. Accept it or not, no matter whatever you do, your child would love to be a part of it and he will keep hampering whatever your process is going on. You can also set routines for your child and for yourself. It will make a huge difference, trust me. अगर कौन से टाइम पे क्या करना है ये बच्चे को और आपको पता होगा तो कंफ्यूजन और टाइम वेस्ट बहुत ही कम हो जाए. इससे you will be able to plan ahead and hence take things in a better manner. My most important tip over here is to talk to your child. Never lie to your child, but be vocal about what your priority is. Before I came in this room to shoot, I spoke to my child. My child is just 2, but still I'm telling you, he understands. Even when he was a small child, maybe 3 months or 4 months, I used to have Instagram lives, YouTube interviews, and so much to do. Trust me, even if he's sleeping in his own cot, I would go near to him and say that Mama has an interview and she'll be back in half an hour. After I get this job done, Mama is all yours. And he would understand that this is just for some time and not a routine. Hence, he would in a way cooperate. Right now, after I get this done, the first thing I would do is go back to him and spend more time with him to make him feel loved and, of course, thank him for being patient all the while. And this is how it works between us. Now, let's come to what you need to change personally. सबसे पहली बात जो आपको समझनी है वो ये है कि यू कांट हैव बैलेंस आउटसाइड इफ यू डोंट हैव बैलेंस विद इट. एरोप्लेन में भी जब कुछ होता है ना, so you are advised to take your mask first before putting mask to someone else. Fill your own cup first before you give out to others. अगर आप ही के कप में पानी नहीं होगा तो आप दूसरों को कैसे दोगे? So trust me, all the steps that I will discuss now are really important. My first and most important tip is to accept that there is no work-life balance. There is nothing called perfection. Done is better than perfect. घर हमेशा साफ नहीं रहेगा, काम हमेशा डन नहीं होगा, कुछ ना कुछ तो टू डू लिस्ट में रहेगा ही. And you can't be the queen of all. Let go. My next step is to ditch the expectations. Trust me, they are never gonna end. हमारी इंडियन सोसाइटी में हर लड़की के साथ बहुत सारी एक्सपेक्टेशंस जोड़ी जाती है. अगर आप बहुत पढ़ाई कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, नहीं कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, शादी कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, नहीं कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, शादी करके बच्चा कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, नहीं कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, बच्चा करने के बाद काम कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम, काम नहीं कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम. प्रॉब्लम्स कभी नहीं एंड होगी बिकॉज ये सोसाइटी की ना बहुत अनरियलिस्टिक एक्सपेक्टेशंस है हमसे, और हम सभी की बुक्स में परफेक्ट नहीं हो सकते, और हर किसी की बुक में परफेक्ट होकर थोड़ी ना कोई ट्रॉफी मिल रही है. इफ यू आर परफेक्ट इन योर ओन हेड, if you are satisfied that you have given your best in all factors and sectors, it's more than enough. Another thing that I would like to share is to be mindful of your roles. When I'm sitting here and I'm shooting, I'm not thinking of the endless work that is waiting for me outside this room. मेरे भी घर पे बर्तन बाकी है, कपड़े बाकी है, घर साफ रखना है, my बच्चा has not eaten. There are so many things that's going on. But when I'm here, I am here, and when I'm there, I'm there. I'm mindful of where I am and what this role expects out of me. And I suggest you also do the same. Another thing that I would highly suggest from my experience is to stretch or exercise daily. It could be 10 minutes only. But after becoming a mother, loving your own body is as important as loving your child. Things have changed in our body. It's not the same as before. The weight gain, the hormonal imbalance, there are hundreds of issues. But if you give your body that much time to stretch or exercise daily, at least you'll have the satisfaction that I'm going in that direction. And that will give you a lot of clarity in your mind and confidence too. Do it and then let me know how it feels. Also, remember to unplug from time to time. Take breaks. You are also an individual and you can't do it all. कभी कभी बच्चे को थोड़ा साइड में रख के, अपनी फैमिली को थोड़ा साइड में रख के, अपने आप को भी थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए. वॉच दैट मूवी दैट यू वांटेड टू वॉच, टेक रेस्ट, sleep for 5 hours at a stretch. I know that's a grace when you become a mother. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जब आपको खुशी देगी ना, वो आधा क्वालिटेटिव घंटा जो आपने अपने साथ बिताया होगा ना, वो 6 घंटे की किरकिर और चिड़चिड़ को दूर कर देगी. एंड व्हेन योर फैमिली विल सी इट, they yourself will tell you to spend some time alone, so that when you're together it's all sorted. Which brings me to next point. Do self care and start small. Self care does not always mean going to a salon and pampering yourself. You could start very small, like taking your favorite body wash or lighting your favorite candle in the room. These small things that make your soul happy will give you a lot of peace from within, and that peace will exhibit outside. Listen to your favorite music while you are doing the baby stuff. The world tells you कि जब बच्चा सोता है ना, you can also take rest. But we mothers know that जब बच्चा सोता है तो इतने सारे काम होते हैं कि हम actually में सो ही नहीं पाते. At that point, I would highly suggest कि काम करते करते अपना favorite song on रखो या अपना favorite music सुनो. इससे आपको एक अलग टाइप की खुशी मिलेगी, और वो सॉन्ग, वो ट्रांस, वो जोन आपको अंदर से खुश करेगा. आप थके होंगे बट आप हैप्पी टायर्ड होंगे, और थकने और हैप्पी टायर्ड होने में देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस व्हिच यू विल फील व्हेन यू डू दिस. ऑल्सो फोन का सही इस्तेमाल करें. इफ यू थिंक योर वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस इज गेटिंग डिसरप्टेड, मेक श्योर दैट यू गिव टाइम टू योर एप्स. 15 मिनट्स के ऊपर इंस्टाग्राम नहीं यूज करेंगे. अगर करेंगे तो वो काम के लिए ही होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि रील स्क्रॉल करते करते तुमने अपने 2 घंटे वेस्ट कर दिए एंड आफ्टर दैट यू आर कंप्लेनिंग कि मेरा काम भी नहीं हो रहा और मेरा बच्चा भी नहीं रह पा रहा. विच ऑल्सो ब्रिंग्स मी टू गिव अप्रोप्रिएट स्क्रीन टाइम टू योर चाइल्ड. आपको भी पता है कि जितना आपका बच्चा जगता है, आप उसको हर टाइम हर वक्त इन्वॉल्व नहीं कर सकते. बाय द टाइम वो टीवी देख रहा है, अगर साइड बाय साइड आपके 4 काम हो रहे हैं तो दैट इज प्रोडक्टिव. जस्ट मेक श्योर यू कीप अ वॉच ऑन व्हाट ही वॉचेस and how much time he watches. I will of course make a separate video on what videos or shows or poems you can give to your child. So for that, make sure you stay subscribed to our channel. My most effective way to maintain a work-life balance is to maintain a journal. Journal के बहुत सारे types होते हैं. Gratitude journal, mindfulness journal, daily routine journal, whatever works for you. Please have a journal. हर रोज लिखने से आपके दिमाग की जो क्लैरिटी होगी ना, बहुत अच्छे से एग्जिबिट होकर बाहर आएगी. और अगर आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना, डू द लीस्ट एंड मेंटेन अ ग्रैटिट्यूड जर्नल, विच मीन्स सोने से पहले 3 ऐसी चीज लिखे जिसके लिए आप गॉड को थैंकफुल है. ये करते करते ना आपको 3-4 महीने के बाद रियलाइज होगा कि आपकी जिंदगी में कितने खुशी के पल है जो आपने कभी नोटिस ही नहीं. एंड इट विल मेक अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस इन योर लाइफ, ट्रस्ट मी. Lastly, listen to affirmations. Affirmations are positive sentences that you repeat to yourself to change the things around you. आप बाहर के व्यक्तियों को चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे. आपकी मदर इन लॉ, आपका बॉस, आपका मैनेजर, आपका हस्बैंड, आपका बच्चा, इन सबको चेंज करना आपके हाथ में नहीं है. बट आप क्या सोचते हैं और आप कैसा बिहेव करते हैं, इसको चेंज करना डेफिनेटली आपके हाथ में है. So listen to affirmations so that it makes you positive and happy from within, so that you exhibit what you already have and everything around you is in a way positive. With this, we almost came to the end of today's video. Thank you for being patient with me and listening to me. At the end, I would only like to tell you that never be so busy in making a living that you forget that you have a life. कितना भी पैसा, कितना भी काम आपको वो खुशी नहीं देगा जो आपकी अपनी फैमिली, आपका अपना बच्चा दे. So I wish you all the best for maintaining your work-life balance. If you like today's video, do hit the like button. Comment and tell us which was your favorite tip from today's video. Share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to TeacherPreneur and press that bell icon to be a part of our FutureMakers family. See you soon.